Hey guys, what's going on? This is Josh from Spotted Euros, and behind me, as you can see, we have our 2009 Volkswagen Touareg Tdi. Now in this video, we're gonna clean up the front end. I guess you'd call it like we're gonna facelift. Touareg's getting a facelift, so stay tuned. This Touareg definitely shows some age on the front end. Now there's a couple of specific spots that we're going to focus on. One being the headlights. As you can see, one of the headlights is already removed right there. So we are going to clear up these headlights, take them out, polish them up so they look a lot better. On camera they don't look too bad, but they are a little hazy and yellowy. We also got brand new bulbs for those headlights. We'll be putting those in, and then also fog lights. So we put in some LED fog light bulbs in the Touareg a little while back. Although they are bright and they are great, they cause an error on the dash, and I don't like driving with errors on the dash. So got some different bulbs. They're just the conventional halogen bulbs. We'll see how bright they are. We'll see how it works. If not, we can always switch them out. But so headlights and lighting. So we're going to clear up the headlights and we're going to switch out the bulbs for some fresh new bulbs. One of the things that's always bugged me is someone must have just replaced one of the headlight bulbs at some point. So one of them is a kind of a different shade than the other. So that's what we're doing as far as the headlights. Now, I would say the bigger project that we're going to try to attempt, never done this before, but this hood. So this hood on the Touareg is faded, but the hood is not in good shape. There doesn't seem to be any clear coat peeling, so we're going to really try not to cause more damage here, but we're going to see if we can kind of shine this up and get rid of some of this fading. We're going to start working on this hood. So as you can see, it is extremely faded. Now hopefully the lighting is okay to kind of show you this, but basically the entire hood, at least the middle section from here pretty much all the way back, even like some stuff in here. Obviously when the paint's like this, stuff sticks to it, doesn't wash very well, so there's definitely plenty of fading here. Now the interesting part is down here at the bottom. It's not as bad, but right here in the middle. Here's what we're gonna do. I got a couple of things. First thing I've been wanting one of these for a while, but I got a buffer. So it's a dual action polisher, just off of Amazon, nothing real fancy. Hopefully it does the job. You can adjust the speed, and dual action meaning it spins and oscillates. So I've heard that's better for beginners. I also got a pack of microfibers, and then this is what we're going to be using, a cut compound to try and cut through some of this stuff. And then also I've got some of this black wax. So I'm definitely not an expert on this. I've buffed cars. I keep my cars clean for sure, but I've never, tried to cut something down, never tried to do all of that. So this will be the first time. If I make a mistake, that's kind of why. So first thing is I'm going to just clay bar this down and see if I can pull off any contaminants. As you can hear, that it's definitely got stuff on it. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll start the real live action. Okay guys, here's what it looks like. The Avid Power. It's a lot heavier than I thought it would be. I guess that's not a bad thing. It's a pretty big wheel though. This is the cutting pad that we'll use with this. So there we go. So that's after the clay bar. It's a lot smoother now. Actually quite a bit smoother. I was surprised. Now we're going to try and polish this out. So it really isn't, I don't see any real signs of, you know, clear coat peeling up, but we do need to be careful about burning through it and causing it to clear up. So I did have the hood. I wasn't going to, but I had the tape, so I figured we can do kind of a compare and contrast the two halves. We're going to first focus right here, and even more specifically just right here down at the bottom. I guess I could make this look worse, but I don't think so. I think I can do this. I've done enough. It's just time to go for it. Okay guys, so here's what it looks like. Here's a little update. I just did 2 passes of really not even that much. I'm really trying not to kind of burn through it, burn through anything, but this is actually looking pretty good. So just after 2 quick passes, the second one I kind of turned up the speed. Now some of this is from, but look at that. I mean, you can see this line right here pretty distinctively. So that to this. Now the camera even picks up more of it, but I mean, you can see right in here is kind of, I must have gone over that a little bit more. And then we have just a little bit here. But like I said, I'm really trying not to cause damage here. So I'm taking it real easy. Did the first pass, kind of wiped it clean, took a look at it, second pass, and now we're taking a look at it here. So it looks like, I mean, if we can get the whole hood to even just look like this, and this is before, you know, polishing, so that is a huge improvement compared to this. Anyway, so there's the big difference. So that area that before, it looks a lot better. There's still a little bit there, but really not that much at all. Now there are still some rock chips down here. I'm not going to go too crazy. So I think the next I'm going to come in and do the rest of this section here. So up here, up top, I'm hoping that all these specks here, not the dust, but see all these dots like I showed before. Hopefully that comes out pretty good. And also I hope I can reach, it's kind of in a harder spot to get to, but I'll figure that out. I'm very pleased with this. I mean, this definitely still has its flaws, but we're not done yet. And also the point was to get rid of this. So this looks a lot better than this. So pretty much it's going well. Anyone can do this. I don't know, I don't have that much, I have some, but not that much background. But let's just keep going. Here's what it looks like after some polishing. There you go. Looks pretty good. We're gonna peel up the tape. So hopefully we see a difference. Man, look at that. That is night and day. Look at that. Man, that looks pretty good. I'm surprised at how much of a difference that is. So that looks pretty good. That looks really good. So I'm happy with this. This is kind of exactly what I was hoping for, that we could clean this up so that It looks a lot better than this. Every time I wash this thing, it was kind of a reminder of how faded this hood was. Now we have cut it down. Now it's not gonna get worse, right? At least it won't get worse. So now let's move on to the headlights. So the headlights just need to go, we just need to go through the headlights. I'll kind of clear them off. There's this one I took out. I'll show you how to take these headlights out in a second, but we'll clean this off and get it all clean, and then we'll try and hit it with a sander, or we'll hit it with the polisher. So as you can see, headlights, they look really good. They're still, I think on the inside lens, you can kind of see some haze. See all that? That's on the inside. So I guess if you took this off, you could kind of get to that. But that looks pretty good. You can see here. I never noticed that they put Touareg here on the side. That's kind of cool. So if you compare it to this one, here, you can see that compared to this. And there's the second one right there. Kind of bums because there's like a haziness to it on the inside, kind of like the other one. It still looks good. Looks a lot better. It's not yellow. But you can see, if you can see that line there. Yeah, see that? That's on the inside. So I can only get it so clear, unfortunately. Hey, headlights are back in. They look a lot better. Got rid of the yellowness to them. And we still need to finish the hood. So now I figure is a good time to put in the separate bulbs. So I left the old bulbs in it so that we can see the difference. I'm not sure if we will be able to with the camera, but at least we'll be able to tell, or I'll be able to show you that they're different colors. Okay, so here's a look inside the car. You can kind of see the different shading. And this one on the side is actually even flickering. Not even sure if you could see that. Now, as you can see, we do have a light bulb on, and that's because of the fog lights. So let me take a step out of the car. So here's kind of that you can see the difference. This one's much more of a blue, and then this one looks more purpley. And they really don't put out that much light. Now the fog lights kind of make all the difference. You can see they really shine everything up. And when you're driving like in front of this car, the fog lights are shining brighter than the headlight. Yeah, see, the camera's gonna show it better than it actually is. If you're just driving with these headlights, it's horrible. It doesn't look bad on camera, but that's because it lights everything up. So if we turn on the fog lights, you can see how much of a difference they really make. Okay guys, new bulbs are in. Real exciting stuff. Let's turn them on. Okay, so there you go. It's hard for me to really know. Maybe I can, I'll put the clips. I'll put in the old clip and the new clip. But the main thing is at least we have the same color here. If we get out, I can show you. If we get out here, it's just a blue color. It does seem to be shining a little better. And now let's turn on the fog lights. I'm interested to see how this will look. Not much difference. Well, we knew there would be, we knew it wouldn't be as bright. The other fog lights just kind of shined everything up. It's kind of a cool look though. The yellow at the bottom. We'll see. Not sure if I'm crazy into it, but let's take it around the block. Okay, so here you go. I would definitely say these are brighter. Yeah, this is a pretty big improvement. So now let's turn on the fog lights. 3, 2, 1. Not much difference. So here's the plan. So I'm gonna finish up the hood and the rest of the front of the car as far as the paint work goes, and then tomorrow morning I'll be able to come out and say, and we'll kind of see how everything looks, and you know, this will kind of end or finish up the facelift on the 2009 Touareg. Hey guys, it's the next morning. Finished up the facelift on the Touareg, so let's take a look. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think it turned out pretty good. We ended up cleaning everything up. So let's go over what we did. So the main project was the hood, and that's probably where we're seeing the most improvement. I mean, before it was just so faded. There was like zero shine to it. Everything would stick to it. Washing it was horrible. Putting our hand over it was cringy. Now listen to that. You can't hear anything. So it turned out pretty good. Turned out really good. Makes the car feel and look a lot better. The other thing we did were the headlights. So the headlights are not yellow anymore. They look a lot better. Still got some haze to it, but I think it's on the inside of the lens. But they definitely aren't yellow anymore. We did the same thing with the fog lights. Cleaned them up. New bulbs. So new bulbs in the headlights, new bulbs in the fog lights, and then I even spent a little bit of time and tried to make this chrome look just a little bit better. I didn't show any of this, but the mirrors. So the mirrors were super faded, just like the hood. And now take a look. Once again, they look pretty good. Not perfect. None of the car is perfect. But at least they're shining now, and at least now they'll clean off. And here's the other one. And then also the roof. Once again, not sure if I got a good shot of the roof before it was done, but it was faded right there in the center section, and now it's all cleaned up. So let me know what you guys think. That's it. That's the video. We conquered the hood, the faded hood. I've never done that before. We bought a polisher and we just went after it. Turned out to be pretty easy. I would say anyone, if you've got the same issue with your Touareg, go ahead and try it. Just take your time. And it worked out for us, so I'm sure it'll work out for you guys. So anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.